Well, good evening, nonfiction branders on the internets. It's me, DP Knudten, with another exciting edition of BOOKWARD BOUND, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And what is that done all about? It's about creating a brand new book by January 1st of 2021, so I can have it to, use throughout the next year, teaching everybody about a concept that I like to call nonfiction branding. Now, you've already seen the cover art, and it looks a little something like that. It's called Nonfiction Brand, Discover, Craft, and Communicate the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. And that's what I'm doing. I'm working on this book, but I'm not just doing it in a normal way. I'm doing it with 301 consecutive live streams every single night from Friday, March 5th, all the way through December 31st of 2020. Because the very next day, the press-ready PDF files are going to be uploaded to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform, where I will, in fact, be publishing or self-publishing a brand new book. Pretty cool, huh? A little bit of a challenge? You betcha. And quite a big challenge, in fact. And some nights I come down here and I do some writing. Some nights I'm editing. Some nights I'm proofing or designing aspects of the book, things like that. And tonight, I think what I'm going to be doing is looking at Scrivener to figure out what I'm actually going to be doing. So let's take you on over to Scrivener so you know what I'm talking about. Scrivener is an application that looks a little something like this. You can see right here the big window. That's where you actually write the book in all its glory. And then over here on the left side, you can see a panel that has all the chapters and subsections of the book figured out. And the cool thing is you can drag and drop them as you need to. So if you write a section, figure it, it doesn't really fit here, it should go there, you can move it anytime you want. So I'm going to be looking at that. Hold on a second. I just want to open up Safari so I can open up the good old Facebooks. And just in case anybody's watching on Facebook Live, I've already requested my ballot, so there. I want you to be able to participate in our little conversation right now by going over here. I'm going to be looking at that. I need to turn down this volume so it doesn't cause any problems. And then if you have any comments, you can just go ahead and write a comment. It'll show up there and I'll be able to interact with you as necessary. So, and by the way, this is going live to Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch at the same time. And maybe, I'm going to be really interesting to see if this does this. It looks like Restream.io might be doing it to YouTube events and YouTube Stream Now, at least for the time being, but that's going to change. So I'm going to find out tonight whether I'm getting 2 streams going to YouTube. I don't know. We'll figure it out, and we shall see. All right, so where am I? Last night, I was working on this section about Christian Small called the 191 Days That Inspired 301. As long as it didn't qualify, but boy, did he ever inspire. Look deeper into the blood, sweat, and tears involved in sharing his experience. In episodes number 107 and 108 of the Nonfiction Brand podcast, I was able to ask Christian all about this impressive. About his impressive adventure. I initially thought it was all about him burnishing his professional credibility, but soon discover his goal was far more personal. All right, so this needs to be a pull quote from the podcast regarding feeling something was missing. And this pull quote I don't have yet, but I know it's in the podcast because I was just editing the podcast today. And I will plug that in at a later date and time. Pull quote regarding feeling something was missing. Something far more personal. Far more personal, feeling something was missing. I have to say, I was impressed. I was surprised. Surprised by this answer. Perhaps a little bit unfairly, I initially thought his 91 day thing was a bit of a social media gimmick, a version of one of those things everyone does to grab an audience. A version of one of those things everyone does to grab an audience. In other words, certainly an element of this involved, but there was a very authentically personal reason Christian chose to take on this fairly onerous challenge to break himself out of old habits acquired of old habits and posed ruts in order to push himself to overcome past what is it? It's like a past petty fail. Petty. When you finishes create a new, stronger, more fulfilled man, Christian. Wasn't a gimmick. It was a legitimate vision quest. A funny thing happened on the way to the first tee of qualifying an audience again. Media gallery began to form as he started posting daily posting on primarily Facebook and Instagram about his journey, about his, I want to say journey and quest over and over again. God, choosing a single word theme for each day, he'd write about how that theme related to the day's activities, good or bad. Triumphant or good or bad, triumphant or failed. His authentic warts and all approach was purposeful and greatly appreciated. So this will be quote full quote regarding that is weird. Why is that showing up twice? Oh, because I'm over there. Duh. Full quote regarding his authentic All right, so it's a Saturday night. I don't want to spend a lot of time down here tonight. So I think I'm going to be done. That's the beauty of writing your own book. Even if you have a slightly aggressive timeline, I get to say when I'm done. And for tonight, I am done because tomorrow, I actually didn't get the entire episode edited this morning with Christian, so there's still more to go, and I want to go through that and find the pull quotes and plug those in. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but I don't want to write some blah blah copy. I want to write meaningful copy that actually is relevant to what you, the viewer, reader, might be interested in. So I'm not going to write blah blah. I'm going to wait until tomorrow when I have more actual meaty content to share with you and plug it into the book. So, in other words, that's me saying I'm done for tonight. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which I've talked about as I've written here. New episodes come out every single Monday, and as I talked about today, I'm editing a new 2-episode series with Christian Small, a golf pro from Sydney, Australia, about his really quite inspiring, incredible journey from, I think I want to qualify for the Australian Open to, I'm actually going to qualify and document it every day for 191 days. He did that, which inspired me to do this 301-day thing. And I think you're going to like to meet this guy or like meeting this guy. And you can get it via the Nonfiction Brand podcast, episode 107, I think. Yeah, I think it's 107. And that's with Christian Small. And that will come out on Monday, September 7th at 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So definitely check that out wherever you get your fine podcasts for free. So that's it for me tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, theme music, take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow.